Okay, alrighty. So we are live right now. Let me go ahead and get my music going real quick, and then we will go ahead and get started. Let me go and get my music in real quick. Hold on. I think I might have an idea what music I want. Where is it? Ah, there you are. You're the one I want. Okay, I'll put you on loop. Thank you. That's what I wanted. Okay. That's what I wanted. Alright. Hope you guys can hear that perfectly. Anyway, hello everybody. Welcome on in. Welcome. This is episode 18 of my Zelda podcast, the Kokiri Chronicles, where I talk about all things Zelda every third day of the month. Last time when we were here, I sat down here with my good friend and mod, Bahamut, as we got to sit down and discuss why people actually love Twilight Princess as a game. Because when I come along and meet old and new Zelda fans, you know, I always ask a lot of people what is their favorite Zelda game, and of course, you know, it's a different answer every time, right? It'll always be like Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, or Wind Waker, or Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. Like it's always a different answer, you know, and everyone is 100% entitled to their own opinions. But one game in particular that I see a lot of people say is their favorite game is Twilight Princess. I mean, Twilight Princess is a really fantastic game. It's my favorite game of all time. I freaking love that game to bits and pieces. Which, by the way, if you guys have not seen that video, be sure to definitely check it out. If you guys have not seen it, big shout out to Bahamut, who actually was with me on the show for that episode. And if you guys are new to the channel, if you guys are watching this currently on YouTube, be sure to like, share, subscribe. Definitely subscribe. It really helps me out to get you notified for more videos like this in the future. But also, let me know in the comments. I got 2 questions for you in the comments. Question number 1. Have you played Wind Waker on GameCube NSO? And what are your thoughts on it so far? Number 2. What are your thoughts on the Hero of Winds? Since we are going to be talking about him today. Yeah, we're going to be talking about this guy right here. We're talking about him. That's why he's with me right now. And I'm looking at Twitch chat right now. Let's see, we have Bucky and Kara and Bahamut. Welcome on in, you guys. Hope you guys are having an awesome day today. Yeah, thank you for being here, guys. Hope you guys are doing here. Kara says howdy. Bahamut says graceful bow. That's be me, yes. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you very much, Bahamut. Thank you very much. So anyway, so for today's episode, we're going to definitely are talking about, we are going to sit down here and discuss my third favorite incarnation of Link. So I remember last year, if you guys remember, one of the episodes that I did in 2024, I actually talked about the Hero of Time with Bahamut, who's actually in the chat right now. I also did it with my mod Sora and my good friend Landy from the Landy Lodge. If you guys have not seen that episode, y'all should definitely check it out in my playlist on my YouTube channel. It definitely was really fun to talk about the tragedy of the Hero of Time. And I want to do more episodes in the future to where I am talking about other incarnations of Link, like such as, of course, you know, the Hero of Twilight, the Hero of Sky from Skyward Sword, the Hero of Legend from Link to the Past, and so forth, especially the Hero of the Wild from Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. But today, we're going to sit down here and talk about the Hero of Winds from Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass, or what a lot of people like to refer to him as Toon Link. Now, you're probably thinking, when you look at Toon Link, the Hero of Winds, you also mean the kid from Spirit Tracks, right? Actually, one correction about that. Now, the Link that we know in Spirit Tracks is not the Hero of Winds. It may look like him, it may kind of sound like him just a little bit, but it's actually somebody else. It's an entirely different incarnation because the events of Spirit Tracks takes place about a century after the events of Phantom Hourglass. So it's a different kid. It's a different kid with the same name, but he just looks like the hero wins. Yeah, which of course we Zelda enthusiasts refer to him as the hero of trains. Yeah, he's the hero of trains. Bahamut says, they are powerful episodes to broaden your wisdom and muster the courage to check out the episodes. I like those puns, and yes, you should. Yes, we should. Yes, everybody should. Everyone should. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Let's talk about the hero of wins. And you guys are free to discuss also in Twitch chat and YouTube comments with me on this. You guys are definitely welcome for that, for open discussion. I always called him the hero of spirit. Oh, you're talking about Spirit Tracks. I mean, yeah, it does make sense. You know, since definitely, like, one of his goals is to, like, restore the Spirit Tracks in Hyrule. I mean, honestly, it does make sense. So, yeah, I can see that. I can totally see it as another nickname for him. The hero of spirit. I like that. It does, because he does restore the Spirit Tracks. So... It sounded better to me first. No, that's fair. I like it. It's a cool one. So anyway, the hero of wins. So, what I like to think of him is I like to think of this incarnation of Link as the unchosen hero. Now you're probably thinking, where am I getting at with this? Well, just hear me out. Hear me out what I have to say, you guys. Hear me out. So, when you look at different incarnations of Link, whether it be the hero of time, the hero of Twilight, the hero of Sky, or the hero of Hyrule. You know, most of these incarnations are just related by blood or spirit, or they're just doing their duties because, you know, it's just to fulfill their destiny, right? It's like their divine intervention. But what have I told you that when you look at this kid, this Link specifically, I mean, because like when you take the events of Wind Waker in Phantom Hourglass, way before he earned the title as a hero of winds, he didn't get to ask for this. He didn't get to ask for this. He was just an ordinary kid who just wanted to celebrate his birthday. Like he did not ask for this. The gods of Hyrule didn't say, "Oh, this right here, this kid is your chosen hero." No, no. Like he was just an ordinary boy. That's literally all he was. Because and when you do think about it, you've had like some Links who've had like visions and dreams to understand like what their mission is, what their purpose is of being heroes. Like take the hero of time. At the beginning of Ocarina of Time, yeah, he's had dreams about his confrontation with Ganondorf, the hero of Sky from Skyward Sword. He's had visions of demise when he takes on the form of the imprisoned, and even has visions of Fi informing him about this great mission that he's going to go on one day. But the hero wins. He doesn't have dreams like that. He doesn't. He doesn't have dreams saying like, oh, you know, like, hey, you know, this man is coming to destroy your island, or this guy is going to summon this giant bird from the sky to come kidnap your sister, and you got to go on a quest to save her. Like, no, the hero wins does not have any dreams or visions like that. I mean, we do know at the start of Wind Waker, we do see him falling asleep, but it doesn't confirm, like, what he's dreaming about. Like, we don't get to see, like, oh, you know, like, what is this kid dreaming about? He's just falling asleep. So there's, like, no confirmation about that. But, I mean, obviously, we already know about, like, how the adult timeline starts. Obviously, the adult timeline starts because of the whole Great Flood. The Great Flood started. The hero of time vanished from the adult timeline because they didn't need the hero anymore, because Hyrule was already at peace. Ganondorf was sealed away, so they didn't need a hero anymore. But his memory still lives on. The memory of the hero of time definitely still lives on, especially for the guardian deities, which definitely I will definitely get to that later. We'll get to that later. But we do know that his Triforce of Courage is scattered across the Great Sea. We are 100% aware of that. And speaking of Ganondorf, the Ganondorf that we know in this game is confirmed to be the same man. It's the same man from Ocarina of Time. And it was even confirmed by the King of Red Lions himself. Which honestly, to me, the King of Red Lions is definitely one of the most amazing companions throughout the entire Zelda series. I mean, of course, Midna is still peak companion, but the talking about being the King of Red Lions is an excellent companion. Also, looking at Twitch, I see Goof coming in. Welcome in, Goof. Happy Thursday. Hope you're having an awesome day today. Thank you so much for tuning in, Goof. Goof says, sorry, I'm late. No, you are fine. You are not late. You are not late. You are on time, my friend. You are totally fine. Okay. So anyway, going on. Now, when you guys take this incarnation of Link, this kid, again, he was not a chosen hero. Like, the goddess of Hylia didn't choose him. They didn't choose him. The Golden Goddess didn't choose him. Din, Nehru, Furore, they didn't choose this kid. This kid didn't have any vision saying, like, hey, you're going to go on this mission one day. Like, no. He didn't have any of that. Like, because when you take the events of Wind Waker, he was just an ordinary kid who just wanted to celebrate his birthday. And by the time that he was celebrating his birthday, he was told that he needed to wear green garb in order to honor the memory of the Hero of Time. Which, of course, we all know that, when he gets the clothes from his grandmother, he doesn't look too enthralled. Like, he looks so disappointed, like, getting the clothes. He's like, do I have to wear these clothes? Do I have to put them on? I kind of don't want to. Like, he doesn't look very satisfied. Link does not look satisfied in wanting to wear his clothes, but he has to do it because he already becomes of age. Just to honor the memory of the Hero of Time. Of the Hero of Time. But if there's one thing that I do like about Wind Waker, is that we get to see that Link has a family. We can actually get to see them, like, in-game. Like, the first time we got to see Link having a family, like, in-game was with Link's uncle. Was with Link's uncle in A Link to the Past, the story on the Hero of Legend. We do know that Link had a mother, as mentioned by the Deku Tree Sprout, in Ocarina of Time after the Hero of Time defeats Phantom Ganon in the Forest Temple, and he discovers that he's a Hylian, not a Kokiri. Now, obviously we know that this Link in particular, the hero wins. He's got a little sister. He's got a little sister, and he's got a grandma. We don't know any recollection about his parents, about both Link and Errol's parents. Like, we don't know. It's like, oh, was Link's father, like, a royal knight of Hyrule from long ago? Did the mom, serve the royal family? Like, we have no confirmation about that. I mean, obviously, we can assume that we know that both Link and Errol had parents. But now they just live with their grandmother. They live with their grandmother. And this whole thing just starts to where it's like, okay, Link is wearing his green garb. He's ready to go. He's like, okay, I guess I'm going to have to wear these clothes just to get it over, even though I don't want to wear these clothes. So, we all know that this whole thing starts because of one thing. The pirates. Of course, eventually, I was going to have to talk about them at some point because they do play kind of an important part in this game. Especially the leader of the pirates, Tetra. I mean, we all know, at the start of Wind Waker, we see, the pirates are in hot pursuit of Ganondorf's minion, the giant bird being the Helmra King. So we definitely are familiar with that. So, as soon as Link goes into the woods on Outset Island, he goes to save her. He saves her, he finds her, he brings her back. Something else happens. The Helmra King, instead of recapturing Tetra again, captures Link's sister, Errol, mistaking her for Tetra. And Link definitely, obviously he wants to go with the pirates, so, to go save his sister and bring her back home. But then again, he didn't ask for this. Like, do you think he wanted these pirates to come to this island? No, he didn't ask for this. They came on their own. They were doing their own quests and everything. They did this on their own. But the only reason why Link decided to go with him was because he wanted to bring his sister back. You know, he got the hero sword. You know, he's all geared up. Like, you know, he's got the hero sword from the island swordsman being Orca. He takes the family shield with him from his grandma, promising her that he definitely will bring her back. I mean, of course, obviously, we know that he does make it to the Forsaken Fortress. I mean, we all know that he also loses his sword, but that was on the pirates, though. He does lose his sword. He makes it to the room where they keep his sister locked up. But before the events, we do know one thing. Ganondorf is responsible for all the girl kidnapping. So, according to one of the retell, Quill, he informs Link and the pirates that this giant bird takes girls with long pointed ears because Ganondorf's goal, his desire, is to find Zelda. His desire is to find Zelda, so that way he can acquire Zelda's Triforce of Wisdom. I mean, obviously he is aware. I'm sure he's definitely aware of about the Triforce of Courage, but just doesn't know where it is. He doesn't know that it's been scattered into several pieces. And then later on, where we're kind of like going on ahead and ahead and ahead, Link definitely confronts one of the most amazing companions of all time. I'm sure we're all familiar with the King of Red Lions, the talking boat, the boat who refers to him as the boat that speaks the words of men. So his goal is to, of course, have Link find Ganondorf, track him down, and definitely save Link's sister. So the Hero of Winds visits 3 different places: Dragon Roots Island, the Forest Haven, and then finally Greyfish Isle destroyed. But in those specific areas where he meets different tribes, like he meets the Rito, he meets the Koroks, but there's one thing he also encounters: guardian deities. He meets 3 guardian deities: a red dragon by the name of Valu, the Great Deku Tree, which a lot of people definitely do tend to theorize is the same Deku Tree sprout from Ocarina of Time, the one that the Hero of Time encounters after he vanquishes Phantom Ganon in the Forest Temple. And then finally, we have the giant anglerfish being Jaban. Now, I'm sure there's definitely a lot of theories going on about if they are related to other deities, like Valu being related to the dragon Volvagia. We definitely do have the Great Deku Tree being the same one, the same sprout that we saw, that the Hero of Time saw. And then finally, Jaban, obviously, if you remove the N in his name, Jabu definitely has a reference to Lord Jabu Jabu from Ocarina of Time. And what makes a lot of sense is because Jaban's theme, the one that plays, is a remix version of Inside Jabu Jabu's Belly from Ocarina of Time. Which honestly is definitely really interesting. Bahamut says in Twitch chat, be right back. No, you're fine. You're fine, Bahamut. Take your time. Take your time, Bahamut. We will be here. But if there's one thing that I do like about these guardian deities, is that there is one thing that they all have in common. Not only are these deities the ones who actually grant Link 3 pearls, the Din's Pearl, the Farore's Pearl, and Nehru's Pearl, but in translation to the Hylian language, they are familiar with who the Hero of Time is. Like sometimes they'll even in translation to the Hylian language, they actually mistake this incarnation of Link for the Hero of Time. Like Valu says, the hero of old, the Great Deku Tree would say in Hylian language, oh, you are the Hero of Time, aren't you? But you're not him. And then even Jaban, who even looks at him saying I can tell that you look like the hero of time, but you're not him. So that's one thing that all these guardian deities have in common. They each of them have pearls of their own in which they give to the hero of winds. But most importantly, they are familiar with the hero of time. They definitely know exactly who he is. But throughout Link's quest, Link is given one important item that is key to his mission. And that is the Wind Waker. This tool, yes, by the way, for those of y'all who probably will comment later seeing that this is cracked, yes, it is cracked. The only reason why I can explain because years ago I accidentally dropped it and broke it and I had to super glue it back together. So that was on me, bro. That was like 9 years ago. it was an accident. But anyway, so this baton is very important to Link's mission. Given by the King of Red Lions, Link definitely uses this conductor's baton to conduct the wind. But he can do all kinds of things with the conductor's baton. He can conduct the wind's requiem to guide the wind, to control it on what direction he wants the wind to blow. He can learn the command melody, a melody that he learns in the Tower of the Gods, where he can actually control anyone or almost anything. He definitely learns the Ballad of Gales, the Song of Passing. There's the Earth's God Lyric and the Wind's God Aria. But he definitely learns a lot of different songs that he definitely does, conduct. But it's a definitely very, very important tool to Link's mission. It's very important. It's a very important tool. Definitely helps him a lot. So, carrying on with the mission in Wind Waker, as soon as Link acquires all 3 pearls, he's then tasked to place the pearls on each of the 3 triangular islands, and once he's done doing that, a massive tower rises up in the ocean. It is a Tower of the Gods. Now this building in particular was more like it was more like a final test. It was more like a final test. Now, obviously we know that, of course, Link didn't have to do this. Again, he didn't ask for any of this on his mission. He wanted to do it because he wanted to keep going in order to, find his sister, bring her home, and just continue on with his life. But after learning about Ganondorf, he definitely wanted to take him down. So, he conquers the trials in the Tower of Gods. He even beats the guardian of the place called Godan, which honestly is more like symbolizes as a robotic version of Bongo Bongo from Ocarina of Time, the boss of the Shadow Temple. But Link and the King of Red Lions take a portal to submerge themselves to the bottom of the Great Sea to find a sunken Hyrule Castle. Because when he gets there, it's when he discovers the Master Sword. Okay, I'm going to change the music real quick. Let's go ahead and change it up. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, let's go ahead and... Yeah, you are... No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. But by the way, if you guys have made it this far into the podcast, thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys are enjoying this so far, be sure to like, share, subscribe, as it really helps me out. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Okay. So we're going to change it up. Change the music. Because this is where things get really, really interesting. Yes, thank you, Goofy. Yeah, get those ads out of here. Get them out of here. Get them out of here, indeed. Okay, so continuing on with the Hero Wins journey. So, when Link gets to Hyrule Castle, and when he gets in there, everything is all monochrome. It's completely monochrome. It's just like, it's like dark and barren. It's black and white. It's like time is frozen. Time is in complete stasis. There's no color. Obviously, we get to see moblins and darknuts just like, present in the castle, but they're not moving. But we know that they're there. We definitely know that they're there. But Link definitely discovers the chamber that leads to the Master Sword. Now, obviously, we know like he probably didn't have to draw it out of the pedestal, but he did anyway. Because, of course, he wanted to carry on his mission. His mission was, of course, get rid of Ganondorf, find his sister, and bring her home. That was his mission throughout the whole thing. As soon as he pulls out the Master Sword from the pedestal, all the color definitely returns to Hyrule Castle. The Moblins and Darknuts start roaming around the castle once again. But there's something very odd about the Master Sword. Is that it definitely is in a different shape in comparison to the Master Sword that we've seen like in previous Zelda games, like before Wind Waker came out, like in Ocarina of Time or A Link to the Past. Like it's very different. It's a very different shape. So there is a reason why that everything was placed in stasis. Because even Ganondorf, when Link goes back to Forsaken Fortress and confronts Ganondorf for the first time, Link himself even questions, where he's like, like, why are these monsters frozen? In this castle, why are they moving now? But Ganondorf explains is that the Master Sword, because this has kind of been a thing for most Zelda games. The Master Sword not only does it play as a key to the Sacred Realm, but it also is a key of time. And even Sheik mentioned this to Link in Ocarina of Time, to where she mentions you hold time in your hands when you carry that sword. Because that sword, the Master Sword, plays a key role in time, but also as a key to unlocking the Sacred Realm. So that's why all the monsters were able to roam around the castle once again. That's why Hyrule Castle is not in complete monochrome. All these monsters are moving around. Link obviously fights them. Now, obviously when he first confronts Ganondorf, he can't kill him. He can't even damage him. And the only reason why that the Master Sword is in a weakened state is because of one reason. Before the events of Wind Waker, there were two sages. One sage of Earth and one sage of Winds. We had Naruto, the sage of Earth, Azora, and then we have Fado, the sage of Wind, who is a member of the Kokiri tribe. And their goal was to send prayers to the Golden Goddesses in order to make sure that the Master Sword had its power. Ganondorf, being aware of this after he broke free from his imprisonment, killed them both. He killed both Naruto and Fado. He killed them. And that was the reason why the Master Sword was at a weakened state. And in order to get the Master Sword back to its full power, Link actually had to find descendants of the Sage of Earth and the Sage of Wind. Because Ganondorf even tells Link himself, he says, you cannot defeat me with a sword that doesn't sparkle. And he says, go back to the people who made that sword. Its edges are gone. Its power is gone, and its edges are dull. And then later on, we do get to finally learn, because of Ganondorf, that Tetra is none other than Princess Zelda's alter ego. So we get to learn about her, and the only reason why she took on the form of Tetra was to go into hiding, to hide from Ganondorf. Just like how Zelda in Ocarina of Time took on the transformation as Sheik, she only did that was because she wanted to hide from Ganondorf. Ganondorf. So, Obviously, now we know that Ganondorf is aware that Tetra is Zelda in disguise. That's her alter ego. But the mission definitely does continue. So, after going to the entrances to both the Earth Temple or the Wind Temple, Link definitely meets the spirits. He finally encounters the spirits of both the Sage of Earth and the Sage of Wind. And he shows them each of the instruments that they play. Naruto definitely plays a harp. And of course, Fado definitely plays a violin. And Link's task was to go find their descendant. Somebody that actually plays the same instrument as them. And these two characters that we definitely do get to interact with in Wind Waker are obviously Medley and Makar. So, after Link definitely goes to visit both temples with them, defeating their significant bosses, both Jahala and Mogura. And thanks to Link, both Medley and Makar definitely get to use their powers to send their prayers and their blessings to the Master Sword. And because of that, the Master Sword is finally at full power. And once the Master Sword is at full power, another quest finally begins. The King of Red Lions tasks Link to go all across the Great Sea to find the 8 pieces of the Triforce of Courage. But one thing I forgot to mention about the King of Red Lions which was really shocking, and it really shocked me as a kid, was that the King of Red Lions himself, the talking boat, is actually known to be the King of Hyrule, or what people like to refer to him as the Fallen King, King Daphnis Snowhats in Hyrule. But the only reason why he is a talking boat is because he was cursed. So that's why he takes on the form as a boat, because he's cursed. But so after Link definitely goes on the Triforce Hard Coach, which, by the way, believe me, you guys, for those that have played Wind Waker, you guys know how tedious that Triforce Shard quest is. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I mean, at least it's not as annoying in the HD version. In the HD version, it's not that annoying. But if you're playing the original, it's nice knowing you. Nice knowing you because, going to go find charts to kind of like look for the piece of the Triforce. Then, having to go talk to Tingle himself to decipher it. I will never understand why, of all characters, why is Tingle the only one who can decipher the Triforce charts? I will never understand why a freak like him has to do it. I will never understand it. It's dumb. Then again, I don't give a fuck for Tingle. Nobody does. So after Link actually acquires the 8 pieces of the Triforce of Courage and forms it to be the Triforce of Courage, Link is the keeper of the Triforce of Courage. And from that moment on, he is dubbed by the King of Red Lions to be Link, the Hero of Winds. The Hero of Winds. So when they finally return to Hyrule Castle, Princess Zelda's already gone. Ganondorf finds the child. He kidnaps her, taking her to his tower. So Link is definitely in hot pursuit of her, climbing through Ganon's tower, trying to find Zelda, bring her back home. But I forgot to mention earlier that Link does find his sister. He does find his sister. He does save her, but the pirates take her in custody. They take her in to protect her. So after Link So after Link climbs throughout Ganon's tower, thus fighting various amount of minions in Ganon's army, even refighting 4 bosses throughout his adventure, and even fighting Ganondorf's puppet, the final battle against the great King of Evil commences. And there's a lot of lore going on with this king. It's a lot of lore about what kind of villain and king that he really was back in Ocarina of Time. So the fight commences. Link and Zelda definitely do work together to fight Ganondorf. And as soon as he's defeated, Link definitely takes the Master Sword and stabs him right in the fucking skull, which is honestly insane. And from there, Ganondorf is turned into stone. Ganondorf is turned into stone. And then when you keep on going and going and going, after all this is over, the King of Hyrule makes one final request to both Link and Zelda: to return to the surface and to go find a new land into which they can call home. And to where the King of Hyrule, aka the King of Red Lion, says, "But no, child, this won't be my land. It's gonna be yours." So once Link and Zelda return to the surface, Zelda honestly returns to her original form as Tetra, her alter ego. And then the ending of Wind Waker shows both Link and the pirates sailing off to search for new land, which later on we do discover it to be New Hyrule in Spirit Tracks. And honestly, y'all, I really do like the story about The Hero Wins. The Hero Wins is definitely a really cool incarnation of Link. I can definitely see that a lot of people, like, when they play Wind Waker, or heck, maybe if you probably play as him in Smash. Some people will say he's very expressive, and I can honestly see it. He is really, really expressive. He is honestly one of the most expressive Links out there, in comparison to, take Link from Skyward Sword. That Link is also very expressive. But this Link in particular, he is definitely very, very expressive. He's very expressive. And I love it, dude. I'm all for it, though. I am definitely all for it for this Link. Now, here's a little cool and funny fact that I would like to share with you guys. I would like to definitely share this with you guys about this particular Link. And I think it's really cute, but hear me out. So kind of like around in the middle of the game, kind of around the middle of the game, like after you get the bombs from the pirates on Windfall, and you get a letter from Beetle saying like, "Hey, come to my shop. Come buy all these bombs. I got bombs on sale. You want bombs? Come buy your bombs. Come buy some bombs from my store." So what's actually is really funny and cute is that as soon as you enter one of Beetle's shop ships and you see bombs are on sale, Beetle will tell you, he'll be like, "Hey, I got these on sale and all of that stuff, blah, 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 blah." But here's something that I find really adorable, where Beetle's like, "By the way, do you know that cute little pirate girl?" And then he even comments Link's face. Obviously, we can't see it through Link's point of view. But Beetle comments saying where he's like, "Oh, your face is all red when I speak of her." And he starts laughing. So it honestly goes to show that Link is blushing hardcore. So to me, it definitely does confirm that this incarnation has a crush on Tetra, which I think is really cute. It's something really cute. It is adorable. It's really, really adorable. I really do love it. Also looking in at Twitch, yo, we got a raid by Zegbar. Yo, Zegbar, thank you so much for the raid, man. Thank you so much for in. Welcome on in. Welcome in, Raiders. welcome in, Raiders. I hope you had an amazing stream. Thank you so much, Zegbar. Let me go ahead and shout you out real quick. I don't think I have any mods on duty right now. I'll go ahead and shout you out. I hope you had a great stream. Oh, you were playing some Kingdom Hearts. Nice. I hope it was going good. But welcome in, Raiders. For those of you guys who are coming in, we are doing a podcast right now. We are on the 18th episode of my Zelda podcast. We are discussing about Link, the Hero of Winds from Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass. So if you guys definitely enjoy Wind Waker, you guys definitely are welcome to stick around. We're having a pretty good time, you know. We love discussing Wind Waker. Wind Waker is definitely one of my personal favorite Zelda games. Definitely in my top 5. Wind Waker is an excellent game. Zegbar says in chat, completed Kingdom Hearts 2 with no menu on critical. Ooh, let's go. Yo, GG's. Yo, GG's on that, Zegbar. GG's, congratulations. Also, welcome back, Goof. And no, you are fine. No need to apologize. No need to apologize. So anyway, yeah, we just finished talking about Wind Waker's story. Now, we're going to dive in, which I don't think will take that long. But we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about the Hero of Winds' journey in Phantom Hourglass. We're going to move on to that. But first, we got to change the music. We got to change the music. Okay, change the music. Wait 1 second. Let me change it up. Yeah, because we got to play some Phantom Hourglass music. Dicks. No. Dicks. That's the first thing I hear of those advertisements. Just dicks. Well, that's an excellent change of pace. Just dicks. Oh my god. Okay, anyway. There we go. Okay. Music's on. Okay, here we go. Zegmar says in Twitch chat, thank you, so I gotta relax. I'll be here working, having a fun time. Dude, thank you so much, man. Yes, I can't wait to see you next week at Reconnect. Yes, I will see you there. I'll definitely will be there. Yes, I will see you there. I'll definitely will see you there. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Can't wait. But anyway, going back to the story of the Hero Wins in Phantom Hourglass. So, going on and continuing the journey. This Link continues on with the journey of the pirates to go search for new land as tasked by the King of Red Lions, aka the King of Hyrule. Of course, during their travels, they do discover a mysterious ghost ship. This ghost ship apparently comes out of nowhere. Obviously, Zelda. Tetra goes to investigate, but she suddenly is taken to another world, like another dimension. And Link, you know, being the heroic hero that he is, obviously goes in to go save her. So, when he finally wakes up on a beach, and he encounters a fairy called Ciela, who has no recollection of who she is, but she definitely lives with she definitely lives with her grandfather, who goes by Oshus. So, and Link ends up on this place called Murky Island. Goof says, Zelda, Tetra, what's the difference of the same person? No, it's just a different name, Goof. It's just the alter ego. Kind of like how, like, in Link to the Past, like, Aghanim and Ganon are the same person. It's just, the name Aghanim is just Ganon's alter ego. It's his alter ego. So Tetra, obviously, is Zelda's alter ego. It's just her alter ego. So anyway, so when Link arrives on Murky Island, he also meets a mysterious, yet goofy, and odd sailor. He meets an odd sailor. A very, very odd sailor. Also looking at Twitch chat. Welcome back, Bahamut. he meets a very odd sailor by the name of Lineback. And Lineback is just a greedy guy. He's very greedy, he's lazy, he's mean. You know, he likes to toy Link, calling him Shrimpy and all that kind of stuff. But one thing that he cares about the most is treasure. He cares about treasure, but only cares about himself. So, Link's quest throughout the world of the Ocean King is to find Tetra. He definitely has no recollection of where she is. But with the help of Lineback, because Lineback is actually the one who actually lends Link his ship. So Lineback definitely obviously controls it, and they go to various places. They get to meet new people and like new different characters and all that kind of stuff. But Link also saves 2 different fairies. He gets to save the Fairy of Power, the Fairy of Wisdom, and then later on we find out that Ciela happens to be the Fairy of Courage. And their goal is of course to find the ghost ship. They do find the ghost ship. They find the ghost ship, and it turns out that Tetra gets turned into stone. So Link definitely has to find a way in order to undo the curse that is on Tetra while she's turned into stone. Bahamut's like a goofy sailor say, is his name Luigi? I mean, I don't know Goof is a sailor, but you can ask him. So anyway, continuing on with the mission in the world of the Ocean King, we definitely learn later on that Grandpa, aka Oceus, turns out to be the Ocean King. And there's one place in particular that the hero once definitely goes back and forth, and to actually learn about new clues and stuff. And you guys know where I'm getting at for those who have played Phantom Hourglass. And that is the Temple of the Ocean King. I'm sorry I don't sound enthralled about it because that place fucking sucks. If you guys for those who have played Phantom Hourglass, you know why. You know exactly why. You know. The Temple of the Ocean King can fuck off. That place sucks. Big time. I hate it. I hate it. See, Bahamut's saying, ugh, so he gets it. So, Bahamut, I'm glad you get it. You do get it. Yeah, that place does suck. It does. But, not only do we get to learn about the ghost ship, but the Hero of Winds, including Lineback, learns about this mysterious creature who happens to be a parasite. And that creature goes by Bellum. It is this mysterious floating eyeball that likes to suck the life out of people like a parasite. In fact, I think I might have a picture of Bellum in my guidebook. Let me see if I can find him for y'all. Pull out the old encyclopedia. Let me see if I can find him. So that way you guys can see how disgusting he really is. Like, honestly, to this day, like, as an adult, even though I haven't played Phantom Hourglass in a long time, he really creeps me out. He really creeps me out. Bellum is fucking disgusting. Let me see if I can find him. Okay, no. Nope. Oh, we're getting somewhere. Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Nope, that's Twilight Princess. I mean, hey, incredible game. Where are you, Bellum? I could have sworn I saw it. What in God's name? Okay. What the hell? Dude, I could have sworn I could find it. Actually, you know what? I think it would be best if I just show y'all a picture. Okay. So let me show y'all a picture real quick. So apparently I can't find him. I can't find like a good picture of Bellum. But you guys will see how creepy he really is. For a creature that is a legit parasite. Okay. So for context, by the way, spoilers for those who have not played Phantom Hourglass. That's him. That is Bellum. This fucking parasite is the one who likes to pretty much consume the souls and lives of people or things like a damn parasite. This thing is freaking disgusting. It honestly, to me, is one of the most darkest villains in Zelda history. This thing is freaking disgusting. It is disgusting. It has no, obviously it is not capable of any speech whatsoever. This thing just likes to eat souls of people. It's a parasite. It is a disgusting parasite. It is disgusting. I can see it now in the Twitch chat. I see Goof and Bahamut is like, gross. Yeah, he is disgusting. But the Hero of Winds actually does end up fighting him. And with the help of a blacksmith that he does meet in the world of the Temple of the Ocean King, he doesn't use the Master Sword because the Master Sword is back in Hyrule. But he uses a sword called the Phantom Sword. Because throughout Link's journey in the Temple of the Ocean King, Link even though he hasn't vanquished him, but he has fought phantoms inside the Temple of the Ocean King. So, continuing on in the journey in Phantom Hourglass, he uses the Phantom Sword to find Bellum deep below in the Temple of the Ocean King. He finds Bellum. Bellum definitely does make his escape. Tetra is no longer turned into stone, but something does happen. Bellum actually gets a hold of Lineback and possesses, in a way, Bellum possesses Lineback, taking over his body and putting him like this weird, massive phantom armor, which of course the final boss in turn is called Bellumback. It's called Bellumback. And with the help of the Phantom Sword, Link and the Hero of Winds can definitely use this tool to where he can definitely slow down time for a few seconds, and all he has to do is to strike the disgusting eyeball on the back on the back of Bellum. So basically to kill a massive eyeball. But in order to survive the Temple of the Ocean King, Link had to use this tool called the Phantom Hourglass. And after visiting all these different places in the Temple of the Ocean King, he fights these monsters, and all these monsters kind of go poof, and they turn into hourglass sand. So because of that, Link is one who is able to survive in the Temple of the Ocean King. And what's really messed up about the Temple of the Ocean King that the Hero of Winds has to go through, it is freaking dangerous. Because not only was it created by Oceans himself, the Ocean King, hence why it's called the Temple of the Ocean King, but they say that for those who enter it, it actually will suck the life out of you. And even when you go inside, you find all these corpses on the ground. So that just shows you how fucked up that place really is. It's really fucked up. Especially when you see a kid like the Hero of Winds find corpses and skeletons on the ground. Because those people are legit dead. They're dead. Which is, rated E for everyone. Rated E for everyone. Ready to eat for everyone. So, after the hero wins, defeats Bellum, saves the world of the Ocean King, Oshus regains his true form as this massive, massive whale. And he's capable of granting one wish. Obviously, during the fight against Bellum, Linebeck actually ends up losing his ship. And everybody's like, oh, you know, Linebeck being a greedy bastard that he really is. All he wants is treasure, right? So I was like, okay, go ahead. You want your treasure? You want an award? Go ahead and ask for it. We don't care, Linebeck. Go ahead and ask for it. But the thing is, Linebeck doesn't want it. He wants his ship back. And what's really mysterious is that after Link and Tetra go home, this is the weird part. When Link and Tetra arrive back home to Hyrule, you know, yeah, it feels like that they've been on a long quest, right? Like, they've been on a long quest where Link explores the entire world of the Ocean King just to find Tetra and to find a way to bring her back home. But, according to the pirates themselves, one of the pirates states that Link and Tetra were only gone for 10 minutes. Even though it doesn't really feel like it. But Link and Tetra were gone for 10 minutes in the world of the Ocean King. Which to me, it still raises a lot of questions as to why would Mako say that? Mako's one of the pirates, by the way. He states that, you guys weren't gone for very long. It's only been 10 minutes. So of course Tetra's kind of like arguing with him, like, oh, you know, this is not true. Like, Link did this, he saved me, all that stuff, and you're like, what? It's only been 10 minutes. But there is one thing that the hero wins does find when he gets back to Hyrule. Excuse me. He discovers Linebeck's ship. Linebeck's ship is definitely there. Bahamut says most likely the Ocean King puts him back to the point in times. Oh no, that was his plan anyway. Yeah, his plan, like when he regained his true form, Bahamut, his plan was to send Link home. By the time Bellum was destroyed, you know, his goal was to send Link and Tetra home. He was already gonna do that. Now, to theorize as to what actually, to kind of like close off this episode, to theorize as to what happened to the Hero of Winds after the events of Phantom Hourglass, there's no telling. There is honestly no telling. Here, I gotta play music for this one and talk about a theory for this one. I gotta play music for this one. Okay, there we go. So anyway, to kind of like conclude this off, there's honestly is no telling what happened to the Hero Winds. Like after the events, like before the events of Spirit Tracks. Some say this kid lived his life. I mean, there's no telling like whether he started a family or maybe he got married. Maybe he married Tetra when he got older. There's no telling. But they did, however, discover new land in which they did call New Hyrule. Yeah, it is 100% confirmed to be New Hyrule, and it is the same Hyrule that we get to explore in Spirit Tracks. But we don't know anything about, you know, what happened to Tetra, what happened to the rest of the pirates, what happened to the Hero of Winds. We don't know if Link actually went back home to his grandma, went to go take care of his sister Errol. But we do know about one pirate who definitely does remain, because the events of Spirit Tracks takes place about a century after the events of Phantom Hourglass, and one of the pirates is Nico. So, and he's already he's already an old man. He's an old man, but he definitely is aware of the events that happened during Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass. But there's honestly is no confirmation as to like what actually happened to this kid. Like, where did Link actually go from here? We honestly don't know. There is no confirmation as to what happened to the hero winds. But again, we can say that we did confirm that that with the help of Tetra and the pirates, they did discover a new land in which they called home, the New Hyrule. Because we already know that the original Hyrule in Wind Waker is sunk into the bottom of the ocean because of the Great Flood. And all the islands that the hero winds got to traverse and travel to, those are just remains. Those are just remains of the original Hyrule from Ocarina of Time. But to kind of sum it all back, since we already discussed both games of Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass, this whole journey for the hero of winds, for such a small little kid like him, honestly, this whole thing started because, again, he didn't ask for this. As I was saying before, this kid did not have visions like, oh, you're gonna go on this journey. Your sister's gonna get kidnapped. You have to go find her. Go pull out the Master Sword. See Ganondorf, that's him. Go kill him. He didn't have any dreams like that. He didn't have any visions of that at all. He didn't get to choose this. Nobody chose him to do it. This was a choice that he made on his own. Obviously, this whole thing started because, his sister gets kidnapped by a giant fucking bird. And all he wanted to do was to just save her. Just save her and just call it a day. He wanted to call it a day. He didn't know anything about Ganondorf. He didn't know anything about him. Not until the King of Red Lions told him about it. But pretty much his mission was, you know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna sail across the Great Sea. And when I find my sister and defeat Ganondorf, I'm going to go back home and I'm going to live my life. I'm going to celebrate my birthday because I didn't get to celebrate my birthday. I didn't get to celebrate it like I was supposed to. My whole birthday got ruined because of a massive giant bird that took my sister. But to me, going forward from both Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass, compared to majority of the links throughout the Zelda series, this is why I like to refer to this incarnation of Link, the Hero of Winds, as the Unchosen Hero. Because he did not get to choose this. He didn't get to choose his journey. Again, he only went on this quest because he just wanted to go save his sister. But when you do think about it, at the end of the day, this is one of the most well-written Links out there throughout the entire series, though. He's definitely a well-written Link in comparison to the Hero of Time, the Hero of Twilight, the Hero of Sky, the Hero of Wild, the Hero of Legend, the first Link from Zelda 1 and Zelda 2, the Hero of Hyrule. There are so many well-written Links out there. But this Link, in particular, this kid, he is definitely is Wind Waker's unchosen hero. He's unchosen. He is the unchosen hero. But to me, he's still a really good Link. He really is. He's definitely, obviously he's not my favorite. He's definitely up there. But he's a really good Link. And that is what I have to say about the Hero of Winds from Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass. The only reason why I chose this topic specifically was to celebrate the launch. Since it's already been a month of Wind Waker launching on Nintendo Switch 2 for GameCube NSO. Which, by the way, I am currently on Twitch. I am currently playing it right now. By the time this video is up, I'm probably still streaming it on Twitch, or I'm probably already saying yay, I finished it. I already 100% the game. Oh yeah, maybe future me probably already beat it already. He's probably oh, I got all the hard pieces. I did it. But hey, good on future me for finishing this game by the time this video is up. But I hope you guys definitely do enjoy Wind Waker on GameCube NSO, or if you don't have NSO on GameCube, I hope you guys are enjoying it, whether it be the original GameCube version or the HD version. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to conclude this episode for the Zelda podcast. I'm going to close it out here. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode. This was fun. Let me know in the comments. Ladies and gentlemen. What are your thoughts on this Link right here? What are your thoughts on this Link? Is he your favorite incarnation of Link? Do you love this incarnation of Link? Or heck, maybe you like to play, even if you've never played Wind Waker, maybe you like to play as him in Smash Brothers. But either way, no matter what your relation with this Link in particular is, I hope he definitely is a favorite to all of you. He definitely is up there for me, but this kid is definitely a really great Link. Honestly, he is Hyrule's unchosen hero in Wind Waker. He's a really great Link. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to meet back here on August 3rd for my next topic. My next topic that I will be discussing is going to be a good one. This is something that I've actually had in mind. I've been thinking about it for a while. I've been wanting to do a podcast topic on this one. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you guys about the topic for episode 19. That will be taking place on August 3rd of 2025. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet back here. As for the next episode, I will be discussing about Princess Zelda in Breath of the Wild. And we are going to answer one particular question in this topic. Was Princess Zelda in Breath of the Wild a failure, like she says she was in one of the memories? That is going to be the important question we're going to ask. We're going to take a dive in Breath of the Wild. We're going to definitely look into some of the memories. Hopefully, maybe some Zelda notes probably will help out as well. Now that the Switch 2 edition is out, we'll probably look at a couple of Zelda notes. Maybe we'll find something interesting. But we are going to answer this question. Was Princess Zelda really a failure in Breath of the Wild like she said she was? Well, we will find out next month. And if you guys enjoyed this episode of the podcast, be sure to do the following. Don't forget to do everything. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. And definitely ring the bell to be notified for more Zelda content in the future. Thank you so much for watching. This has been your boy Kokiri, and I'll see you next time for the next episode. Peace out, and take care, Zelda fans.